Something, show me something. 10 yards. Show me some power. No knees. Keep your knees off the ground. Show me something. There you go. 10 yards. Show me some muscle. Show me some power. Give me some heart. Let's go. Very good, boy. Very good. Let's run it back. I get a good tight hold, Jeremy. All right. Let's go, Brock. Keep your knees off the ground. Just your hands and feet. There you go. A little bit left. A little bit left.
I bet he does.
There you go. Show me good effort. That way, Brock. You keep coming. There you go. That's it. That's it. Keep going. Don't quit on me. Keep going. Keep driving it. Keep your knees off the ground. That's it. Your very best. Don't quit on me. Your very best. Keep driving. Keep driving. There you go. There you go. That's it. You keep driving. Keep your knees off the ground. Keep driving it. Don't quit till you got nothing left. Keep moving, Brock. That's it. That's it. That's it.
He's heavy.
I know he's heavy.
I'm bad strength.
Then you negotiate with your body to find more strength, but don't you give up on me, Brock. You keep going. You hear me? You keep going. You're doing good. You keep going. Do not quit on me. You keep going.
It hurt.
I know it hurts. You keep going. You keep going. It's all hard from here. 30 more steps. You keep going, Brock. Come on. Keep going.
Burn.
And let it burn. It's all hard. You keep going, Brock. Come on. Come on. Keep going. You promised me your best. Your best. Don't stop. Keep going.
Too hard.
It's not too hard. You keep going. Come on, Brock. Give me more. Give me more. Keep going. 20 more steps. 5 more. 5 more. Come on, Brock. Come on. Don't quit. Don't quit. Come on, Brock. 2 more. 1 more.
It's gotta be 50. I don't have any more.
Look up, Brock. You're in the end zone.
Hey guys, so how are you? Welcome to the weekly call. And that video kind of cut out a little bit of it. I thought I had the full version, but it really applies to us as a team because what that was is that player wasn't pushing himself, and that player thought he was only able to do that bear crawl for me. I think in the video was 20 yards. And the coach challenged him and made him put a blindfold on. And he went through it, and he pushed him and pushed him and pushed him, right? And he made it to the freaking end zone the whole time because he couldn't see. And the thing is that we as coaches need to create the vision, and we as coaches need to create the vision for these people and our challenges that we help each and every day to let them know that they need to stretch themselves, to let them know the magic happens when they get out of their comfort zone. But that's what we're here for. If we are not here stretching our people, if we're not here helping our people succeed, then really what are we here to do? And you cannot do it by yourself. It's all about teamwork. It's all about teamwork. And really this is about this coach creating the vision by letting that person, that player, see something that he didn't know he could do. And that's what I look at and value in myself each and every day, is stretching my challenges and let them know that you can do it, right? Mind over matter. So anyway, with that, guys, welcome to your weekly Team Perseverance Team Call. My name is Dave Atkins. It is April 13th. I'm really excited this week because myself and a bunch of other coaches from Team Perseverance are going to Cancun, Mexico on Wednesday. It's a free trip for me, a free trip for my wife. I think it's a free trip for all of us going. It's the annual Success Club trip, and this week it's at a 5-star Diamond resort in Cancun, the Moon Palace Resort. So we will be hanging out there at this all-inclusive place, courtesy of Beachbody. And I was just talking to Kristen in the car, it was yesterday. This opportunity, guys, like I have been able to, in this past year, I've been to Las Vegas, I've been to Arizona at the leadership retreat. I recently was in Dallas. I'm going to Cancun. Then I'm going to Nashville. Like, I get the opportunity to travel all over the place, and Beachbody pays for this trip this week. It's unbelievable opportunity, and really got into a discussion with Kristen is that what is holding people back? Like, if somebody was to say, I'm opening up a restaurant, people wouldn't think twice. And this business can bring you in so much more income than the typical restaurants, but people don't seem to grasp on that this is something real. And guys, you have to remember that this is something real. And it's a matter of what you have and having the vision. Because until you believe in you, you will never get to where you want to be. You need to believe in you. So guys, for many of the new coaches that may be on tonight, now that I'm done basically like preaching, my name is Dave Atkins. I'm your upline Star Diamond Coach and the founder of Team Perseverance. And this is a time for us to come together each week and have our weekly team call and go over news announcements tonight to have our guest speaker, one of our newest Diamond Coaches, Shannon Larese, on the call. And that's basically what we do each and every week. I just drew a blank there. So my wife and I, we're married, have 3 little kids. We both work full-time, the whole Megillah. But whatever, life is busy. And if you're willing to make the sacrifices, then you'll be able to achieve the success that you want, period. That's what it comes down to. Only then, when you're willing to make the sacrifices, you're going to get there. So with that, I want to go over a couple announcements and then go right into Shannon on the call. So first and foremost, guys, let's not forget and write this down. The month of April is Go for Green. And what Go for Green means is we are striving to get as many emeralds as possible on this team. So go for green, go for green, go for green. Actually, if one of the diamonds, because I know I'll forget, if we can maybe create a doc, I don't remember, on our coaches page of who achieved emerald in the month of April, I'd love to see and get a running list. And you know what? I'll write it down unless one of you guys can maybe throw it up there. That'd be great. I'm just writing this down. But the month is about going for green. Guys, it's sponsoring 2 people. It's not hard. And the call that I did recently was about the importance of going emerald and the importance of getting your spouse signed up, even if they're not working the business, even if they're not supporting you, even if they're laughing at you at you doing workouts, even if they refuse to work out, if you refuse to support you in the business, whatever it is. If you have the vision, you place your spouse there, just trust and believe that later on they will thank you. All right? Just trust and believe that what I'm telling you is the truth, to get your spouse to the top of one of your legs ASAP and get yourself halfway to emerald and start the ball rolling. So it's all about going for green. Our challenge group, which leads right into that, we had 2 great things to help you get to green. Number 1 is our sneak peek just ended recently, about 2 weeks ago. So you're able to invite everybody there. And our challenge group just ended this past week. So the fortune's in the follow-up. So make sure you're following up with your people about becoming and joining our team as coaches. And guys, just so you know, a lot of questions came up why we run our challenge groups the way we do. Why do we require Shakeology? Why are they 30 days? Why can't we not require Shakeology? Why can't we let them do a workout program of their choice and drink Shakeology? Why can't we do free groups? I mean, it was like the whole Megillah that came up, which are great questions because I asked the same thing. So I posted a video and I put it under the doc of team training videos, the link for YouTube, and I posted it to explain everything. Simple and short is I've tried them all, and this is what works best for success. All right? Next, number 2, Super Saturday. Super Saturday is 1 week from this Saturday. I've been bringing it up since the last Super Saturday in January. Super Saturdays are your quarterly events that are a live Beachbody event that are in every state, multiple locations and states, in multiple countries, in Canada, United States, or also in Puerto Rico. So find a location near you. And guys, if it's an hour away, so what? If it's 2 hours away, so what? I remember driving 3.5, 4 hours to some events when I used to go back in the day to go to Massachusetts. So if it's important to you, you will find a way. If not, you'll find an excuse. But I can tell you personally that my times that have woken up and the light bulb has went off has been live events. All right, this is great. We're all on here right now. We're on the call. But at the end of the day, we hang up and you're patting the keyboard and it gets very lonely. When you get around other people and the energy in the room, it's going to propel you forward. Okay? So Super Saturday is April 25th. The event listings is in the back office under the News and Training tab. Find a location near you, register. Okay? Which gets into right behind that, our biggest event is Summit. And it's in Nashville this year and it's in July. And if I say you need to be at Super Saturday, I'm going to say it 10 times stronger. You need to be at Coach Summit, okay? My income went up, and I've said this before, but I want to really stress, 700% the year after I went to my first summit. 2 years ago, my income tripled, my second summit, and it doubled the past year. This did not happen by sitting in the four walls of my office right now and just trying to grind my way through the keyboard. It happened between the hallway conversations, the training I got from the other leaders, the general sessions, being around the trainers, being inspired, being motivated. It was at the events. Is it going to cost the ticket and the hotel? Yes. Are there chances that you can get a roommate on our team? Absolutely. Are you going to make your money back if you need to spend some money up front by going to Summit to get there? I promise you, you will. Like I said, 700% for me the first year I went. Okay, you will make it back, and that is the big thing. And we're going to have a great time in July. So I'm going to be getting more excited as we get closer to that in July. Next, our new challenge groups start on Monday, on April 20th. And guys, remember, we always start on the third Monday of every month. Why do we do that? We do that so that we give coaches the opportunity to hit Success Club, all right? The opportunity to hit Success Club each and every month. I'm sorry, something popped up on my screen there. So it's on April 20th. Your upline diamond, which you can find in the back office, is the one that will be organizing your groups, okay? Your upline diamond will be the one organizing your group. I just posted on our main coaches page for me, because that's kind of my main page for anybody to add their name to the list. And the deadline, guys, is tomorrow night at midnight. And the reason I did this is because I'm going to be in Cancun on Wednesday, and I want to get the groups organized because I'm not going to be back till Sunday. So it will give me some time on the plane to get on it. So the deadline is really tomorrow night to get your name on there and challenges you may have. Last but not least, those of you that are in RAMP, which is our Rank Advanced Mentorship Program, or those of you that have finished RAMP and are in the It Starts to Diamond group, or in RAMP, the It Starts to Diamond group that we're doing with the other top leaders, with about 40 of the top leaders in the company. Your first kickoff webinar is tonight at 9:30. Just a reminder, if you go into that group, guys, the link is there. Make sure you register. It's at 9:30 Eastern time. So I'm not going to say much more. I'm going to get right into recognition and then get right into our Rockstar Diamond Shannon. So with that, I want to get right into recognition of those coaches. I'm going to go quickly down people that have added their name for hitting Success Club on our team. So let me pull this up. April Success Club so far, myself at 8 points, Lynn Stewart at 16, Darlene Champ at 10, Kristen Smalls at 7, Laura Schiller at 16, Emily Huck at 10, Amy Franchi at 13, Erin Shembari at 12, Kay Fazio at 10, Donna Versace at 13, Shannon Larese at 5, Jessica Lacalzi at 5, my wife Kristen at 9, Tyra Richmond at 6, Devon Wheaton at 8, Suzanne Melandro at 11, Jana Lynn at 5, and Sharice Rome Nolson at 6. So congratulations, everybody. Halfway through the month, and we got a bunch of names, which is awesome stuff. And then continuing on, these are coaches that have 200 team volume points or more on the team. So I'd like to congratulate Reva Druskin at 225, Brian Lopsher at 285, Megan Bassad at 290, Maureen Garrett at 225, Suzanne Chase at 277, Laura Lynn Stewart at 264, Danielle Nett at 270, Trisha Bartley at 225, Kelly Della Vecchia at 285, still on the leaderboard. Which, guys, by the way, we have found out, made me think of it, just so you guys are all aware, that Kelly got her blood work back and she is 100% in remission. So Kelly, if you're on, I just want to give you a clap. So Kelly is halfway through chemo. She has 12 rounds. She went through round I think, today. But she's in remission. There was no cancer. So, I mean, unbelievable news. We're very anxious to get her back full force, being part of the team. She has so much life in her. But she's still here working the business while dealing with her Hodgkin's lymphoma. So absolutely amazing. So way to go, Kelly. All right, so let me get back to where I was here, guys. I know Kelly was the last one. So here we go. Where are you, Kelly? All right, Kelly at 285. Catherine Lowich at 237. Michael Lavelle at 245. Danielle Immatio at 225. And let's see here. Also the 200 Club. Denise Brobson, 270. Renee Smith at 207. And that's it for the 200 Club. So in the 300 Club at 300, I see Kimberly Ronaldson at 360. And Allison Engley at 360. Jessica Licalzi at 360. Erin Shembari at 315. And guys, again, I apologize in advance that I may be butchering your names. Mary Pasilia at 360. Sorry, Mary. Sharice Nolson at 322. Way to go, Sharice. Let's see here. That's it in the 300 Club. In the 400 Club, I saw a bunch of 400s. Jennifer Holman, 492. Michelle Della Sala at 480. Way to go, ladies. Donna Versace at 405. Lot of names. 400. Emily Huck at 435. At 402, Beth Hughes Feldman at 402. Way to go, Beth. And that's it in the 400 Club. In the 500 Club, I know I saw a couple people at 500. There's one at 600. 500. Laura Schiller at 504. Way to go, Laura. There's one. I think I have one more. Stacy Larese, Shannon's husband, at 554. Way to go, Stacy. And let's see. I think that's it in the 500 Club. So the 600 Club, we had, I think, one person I know is Amy Franchi. Amy at 640. Way to go, Amy, at 640. And I think that's it for 600. And I think the winner, and I'm going to say the winner is Kristen Smalls. And Kristen, you led this week with, where are you? I know I saw you. Where are you? Hold on here. Kristen, where are you? See what happens when I'm looking for so many numbers. I want to give you exactly what your team by. Here it is. Kristen Smalls at 780. So, Kristen, way to go, girl. It's 780 team volume points. So, congratulations, everybody, for an amazing, amazing, amazing week. So, without further ado, I want to get right into our guest speaker tonight. Was one of our newest Diamond coaches. And Shannon Larese, I went to high school with Shannon. I went to high school with her husband, Stacy. They met back in the day. I actually asked Stacy when we were in Dallas at the event, how did you guys connect and how did you meet? We were talking about that. So Shannon, we were talking about you from back in the day. So we were kicking off, but it's interesting, guys, because I went back and looked, and I just want to show you guys something. If I go, I originally reached out to Shannon to talk to her and invite her in challenge groups, and I basically was told to make a tree and get out of here. So I went back and we had a bunch of messages, and it was back I want to tell you the exact time here. She told me that she was not, I'm going to show you the screen. She was not interested. She's not a shake person. And Shannon, I'm putting you on the spot. But the point I'm trying to make, guys, this girl is absolutely killing the business. And the fortune is truly in the follow-up. Because if it wasn't for following up with people, we would not have a leader like this on the team. So I don't want to take much longer, but oh, here it is. So it was back September 27th, 2013, Shannon. And if I was to share the screen with everybody and keep it quickly, and I just want everybody to see this, and just really like, where is here? To share the screen. Here we go. Here's our messages. So right here in the middle. So here's the deal. To be honest, I am not a fan of Shakeology. Like, that's it. That's all I need to say. So she told me back she's not a fan. Now she's killing the business. She's a diamond. Her husband's on the verge of diamond. So, guys, the fortune's in the follow-up. No doesn't mean no. It means not right now. So without further ado, I'm going to unmute you, Shannon. Welcome to the call, and the floor is yours.
Thanks. Thanks a lot. I'm completely blushing here. Can everybody hear me okay?
Yes.
All right. So yes, Dave did approach me back in 2013, and yes, I did say I wasn't a shake person. And you know, I'll get into it in just a moment as to what was really kind of going on in my life at that time as well. But for those of you who don't know me, I'm Shannon Larese. I'm 38 years old. I'm a mother of 2 teenage daughters, one whom is in college right now. She's in her 2nd year. And then I have a junior who is a D1 bound lacrosse athlete. So it kind of runs in the family here, the amount of assertion that we have and ambition. I'm married to my husband, Stacy, who is my coach. So David actually was able to hook, line, and sinker him. And, in turn, it kind of really gave me this eye-opening feeling that, wow, honey, you're really going to do this? And I guess I should try something. But I'll get to that all in just a moment. But my husband and I, this is going to be our 20th year anniversary. And, I know David mentioned that he probably asked Stacy how we all met. We met in high school, and I needed a prom date, and the rest is history. Since it's prom season right now, and, our daughter gets to go next week to her junior prom, and that's how we met, and here we are together. So it kind of gives you a little bit of maybe a perception of the type of people that we are. We don't give up. We're 125%. And I remember telling Dave this conversation because that email that he showed you, that message, that actually isn't the first time he reached out to me. He did reach out to me one time before that. And I did tell him that I was starting a new job, and I'm 125% committal person, and I was starting a new job, and I'm not ready for something like this. Meanwhile, I wasn't a shake person. I never had done meal replacements or anything like that, but here I am today, so go figure.
January 23rd, 2011.
There you go, 2011. Okay, I started, yeah. See, I told you. So I'm going to fast forward a few years because I have a really big history as to why health and fitness is so important to me. Long story short, I was told by a physician that I needed surgery and that I may end up in a wheelchair one day. I told him I refused to have surgery. I was way too young. And so I went on. He said that was fine. I'd have to do physical therapy and probably be on pain meds. And I was okay with that because there was no way I was going to put myself in a position of having back surgery. So I kind of nursed myself. I lived on medication for a really long time. And when I started my new job, actually, I had to leave my current position where I was. And it's really important that you guys know this about me in my Beachbody journey because it's really about who I am. When you're really good at something and you're told that you can't do it anymore, and that's been your livelihood for your entire life, and you have no idea where else to go, it's very scary. So I needed to change jobs, and thank goodness it had something to do with what I had experience in. And I was told on day one by one of my colleagues, who I highly respect, that I was going to gain weight in this position. And I said, no, you know, I take care of myself, I eat well, I'm going to run. Well, again, I'm going to fast forward 2 years, 3 months later, which brings me to August of last year. When I started my first challenge group, I had gained 20 pounds in those 2 years. And I just kind of made an excuse about it. I was like, well, you know, I'm almost 40, not really there yet, but I'm getting there, and my body's changing. But what I noticed was, now that I travel for a living, I was so tired, and I was cranky, and I just wasn't being nice to the people that I love the most. I had not an altercation, but I kind of had a conflict at work, which put me in a very uncomfortable position. And I just was so unhappy. And my husband came back from a business trip, and he looked great. And I was pissed. Why do you look so good? Why do I feel so miserable? He would make time for himself during the day. He was making his shakes. And he would, you know, he likes to work out at all these crazy different times. And I just saw it as inconvenient to me. I was being very selfish. He looked great. And I was jealous. And so he said, you know, you really need this. And I told him, don't tell me what I need. And he said, no, I think you really need this. And he goes, it's worth a shot. And I said, you know what, you're right. It is, because I'm miserable. If it gives me energy, that's what I'm looking for. I couldn't care less about weight. I just needed energy. So he said, okay, but you got to sign up as a coach. I was like, whatever. I was like, whatever. He goes, yeah, because we need the discount. And I'm like, okay, great. So we signed up, and 1 month I lost 7 pounds, and my energy level was through the roof. And I was an immediate product of the product. And I said, you know what? I know exactly what Beachbody is. This thing is amazing. And I'm going to explode this, because there is no reason people should live tired. People should live unhealthy when there's a product out there like this on the market. Now, I'm not a salesy person at all, but when I believe in something, I'm highly passionate, and that's my secret. I am wholeheartedly, as you can maybe tell from this call, I'm a very passionate person, and I don't give up on things that I believe in, that I believe are worth having. So my immediate goal was, well, let's at least invite some people to see if we can at least have it paid for each month. You know, I know that I'm helping someone, so I don't feel bad about it. And it wasn't actually that hard, because somebody every day was asking me, what are you drinking? Why? Gosh, you know, immediately they noticed a difference in my demeanor from a month prior. And it was very simple for me to say, look, I started this, and this is what I'm doing. It's working great for me. Do you want to try it? It was just like that. But then, of course, with all of the interest came all of the objections. So at that point, I knew how important it was to educate myself. Not educate myself about Beachbody, because I knew that I didn't need to be an expert. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a fitness guru. I'm not a physical therapist. I know about my journey. I know about my injuries. I know about what's worked for me, and I will share that with you. But I knew that I didn't have to be an expert about every single product that Beachbody had to offer. So that part of it didn't make me nervous. But it was the part of having to learn how to deal with people and their objections. And so I knew that I needed to get into training. My first kickoff and positive response to like my largest group, Dave, I think I finished my first challenge group, and I said, well, now what? You know, what's going to happen next month? Does this continue? And he said, you're going to run a challenge group next month. I think you're really good at this. And I'm very socially networked. Like I said, I travel for a living. I know people in every state. It's actually a running joke with all of my current coworkers. Every time I go someplace, they're like, who don't you know? You know, I'm a
She froze. Stacy, you want to step in for her? No, okay.
Yeah, let me go check. I'll just let her know at least that she froze. So hold on.
You're gonna freeze though when you go tell her.
Hang on, we'll see. You're in it.
I tell her that I have technology, so she's not without it. But is it? I mean, it's worth it for me to get the points, but in reality, no. Hello.
Are you there?
Internet. I have these.
Hold on one sec. I want to get you back on, Shannon. Hold on. Where'd you go? I lost you. Let me go to the bigger screen here. Let's see, where are you? There you are.
So, all right. So, pink. Did everyone hear that? Awareness. My tagline, and you know, I thought it was catchy, and never trust anyone. But, you know, I do think it's important to create conversation with people. So
Shannon, hold on one second. You're chopping. Are you on Stacy's now?
I am.
Okay, hold on. All right, so I unmuted you. Let me mute everybody again because it's really coming. Okay. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
I think I'm hearing myself come back. You gotta disconnect on your line.
Totally disconnected.
You're breaking up.
Can you hear me okay? All right. You know what? I'd like to go to a different place.
Okay.
Ready?
Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties. I think they live in the middle of nowhere.
All right. Let me get to a light place.
It's better.
Okay. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. So, so anyway, I tried to, you know, post something that would be catchy and see if anybody would be interested. And for sure, they did, and things just started rolling. People I work with started asking me what I was drinking, friends, family, and we just went from there. You know, there was one thing though that worked pretty awesome for us, and I'd like to give Charisse Rome a shout out. Was she did a tips from the trenches, I think once, or maybe it was on a call about how to make an event page. And so at the beginning of the year, I did a New Year, New You event page, and I just invited as many people as I could. And I probably got about 50 responses immediately. And then we probably had really about 20 challengers in our first January challenge group. And it was incredible. You know, I have 5 tips for y'all, and I'm going to keep this short because I know that there's a 9:30 call. But number 1, it's really important to be me. I said that I wasn't an expert. I'm not a salesperson, but it's really important for each and every one of us to just be who we are and relate to people and connect with them and empathize in what they're going through and learn, what's going on. I learned all about, the 5-step invitational process and, the power of 3, make 3 new connections and 3 invites and 3 follow-ups a day. And I did all those things because I'm part type A. But you have to be, number 2, a genuine leader, because people are going to see through you if it's all about you. It's never about me. I'm a really selfless person. I wholeheartedly believe that anybody can do this. I believe that anybody can do whatever they want to do. And if some of my coaches are just discount coaches, I'm okay with that, because it's not about me. It's about them and their journey, and I'm going to support them. And Kristen, you said, if you walk, I walk. If you run, I run. And I tell every single one of my coaches that, because it is so important that they know that you're there for them. And I really sincerely mean it. So being a genuine leader is so very important. Being a positive influence and asking yourself, how do you want to be perceived as a person? There are people out there who just think that you're out to get something from them. I don't want to get anybody. I don't want to get people on my team. I don't want to get Success Club points. I don't want to, all of those things are byproducts of being a genuine leader. And that's how I really, really, really approach this business. And it works for me. Now, there are goals. And, a lot of people talk about being a go-getter and having a lot of ambition and how it might be hard for them because, they have the drive, but they don't know how to focus. Don't be a go-getter, be a go-giver. And this was a book that I read. Again, go and make sure that whatever you're doing to inspire or aspire to do is inspiring someone else. Again, and you will receive in return. I mean, that's something I faithfully believe in my heart, is that if you do good for others, you'll get something good in return, and it'll all work out. The other thing is that we don't have to have a title. I had no idea what it meant when I went Emerald. And then I went Diamond, and I went, oh my God, now what? A leader can lead from anywhere in the pack. I have amazing people in my challenge group right now who are tremendous leaders. They were amazing. I looked to them for support. I had one week where I was just not good. And people need to know that you don't have to have a title to be a leader. You can lead from anywhere within a pack. And that's another book that I've read. So where am I getting with all this is that, personal development is one of the 3 vital behaviors, and it really is important. And while I think part of me has a lot of these qualities, it's really important for me to still read about them, because I need to know how to manage them. I need to know how to relate to the person who isn't like me. I need to know how to understand a single mom. That's not me. I don't limit who I talk to. I don't target a certain audience. I just try and build relationships and connections with people. Why? Because that's who I am, and that's what keeps me going. And I'm inspired by people who are inspired to change and just want better for themselves and others. I mean, to me, in my brain, it's a pretty simple concept, and I'm consistent. I'm consistent with speaking to people, building relationships, building trust, because I'm me. That's who I am. I feel like I'm going on and on and on because I was supposed to have 10 minutes, but I have one more thing to say, is that I'd like everybody to think about, it's good to have these little steps and these little goals each month. And, I do use them for targets, but those goals are nothing without a vision. If you're just trying to get to Success Club every month, or get to Emerald because you want to be Emerald, or get to Diamond because that's the next level, you have to think about the bigger picture. What is your vision? What drives you? And where do you want to be? Have you ever been asked, where do you want to be in 5 years? And you're like, you just don't know. You know, think about a dream. Think about something that, you know, you want to see. What is it? For everybody, it's different. Some people it's financial freedom. Some people it's just, you know, yeah, I just want to have my Shakeology paid. What is your vision? What is your lifelong compassion? And go with that. Use your goals month to month, but create a vision. And Stacy and I think after 20 years of marriage, have created a vision throughout the years, but we were living by default. And suddenly something's clicked, and we know that we are moving forward by design. And I love that. Dave, you are in my head. You know, it's funny. Even some of my coaches are like, Shannon, Dave is like a male version of you. And, you know, I get all these little blurbs every once in a while that, you know, it means so much to me when somebody sends me a little text that I've inspired them, whether they're on my team or not. If they end up wanting to do this because I've inspired them in some way, that means anything, more than anything to me. The fact that they want to join me on this journey is incredible because, you know, there's so many skeptics out there that this is the real deal. This is awesome. We are living in such a positive state of mind, and I can't imagine why anybody wouldn't want to do something like this. However, I respect that because I wasn't ready 2 years ago. So I have to respect others that it's their journey, and when they're ready, they're ready. I have to thank Stacy for doing this, and I have to thank Dave for reaching to him and getting him, because he's a man that he's a new man. He's a new man that it's like I'm falling in love with somebody all over again, and that's incredible.
That's great. I'm gonna hold on. There we go. I muted Shannon. I muted you because I'm getting back voice. For some reason, it's keep coming back. But what I love, and I'm just gonna say, is that at the end of the day, you are hitting the 3 vital behaviors. Hey, Stacy, you are hitting the 3 vital behaviors. I mean, like you just said, you're immediate product of the product. That was the first thing you spoke about. Then you got into, you kept hitting how many different books that you read and you were quoting. So you're doing personal development, right? And then you even spoke about the example you're inviting in the New Year, New You event. And for those in the team want to know what that's about, and Sharice did a call under the recordings, we did a call how you could create a Facebook event to invite people to form a challenge group. Great call. And Shannon ran with it, and she's inviting. So she's inviting, she's a product of the product, she's doing personal development, and poof, her business blew up, and her and Stacy are killing it. So awesome stuff, Shannon. I want to open up. Does anybody have any questions for Shannon that, and unmute yourself if you have a question. Anybody? Come on, I know there's going to be questions. We have a little bit of time. Anybody, any questions? I have a question for you, Shannon. Where are you guys going to Super Saturday?
We're going to be in DC at Greg Armfield's event. Super Sunday on April 26th.
Yes.
You know what? Let me give you an example of how important Super Saturday is. We went to our first Super Saturday in January. We couldn't go in September. I forget what was going on. Maybe we were just too new and didn't buy into it, whatever, I don't remember. But we decided we were going to go in January, and it was incredible. We met Tommy Migrant there. We met Rob Hudgens. We met Jatana Jackson, who just became Mrs. Virginia, and will be competing in Mrs. America. We met and were inspired and motivated by so many people that I came back and I actually found out that I won a ticket to Summit. So I booked my room for Summit, so I'm there. But I mentioned I travel for a living. I'm leaving this Friday for a business trip, and I'm flying home Sunday on the 26th, a direct flight into the airport in DC, just so that I could go to that event. So I will be getting off the airplane and driving 30 minutes because it's closer to the airport than it was my own house. And it's that important. I make no excuses. I'm there. It's a part of our lives. I mean, even our kids, you know, we send Shakeology to our daughter at college. Our daughter at college and her friends are all like, can we be coaches? I'm like, yes. So, you know, the fact that it's important. So that's where we're going. We're going to DC again because it was such a great event. There were over 500 people there, completely inspiring. You know, and everybody's story is different. And just because you don't connect with them, you can still learn something from their story. And, you know, it's awesome.
Thank you. See, I'm getting gas back, so I'm going to mute you again. Guys, any questions for Shannon? Anybody? I mean, everybody I'm seeing, did anybody raise their hand? No? Thought Shantae did. She's just scratching her head. Anybody, any questions? No. All right, if there's no questions, guys, have an awesome freaking week. We may be blowing up the coaches page with some photos this week, so I'll let you guys as we're in Cancun. But have a great week. Shannon, thank you. You're absolutely awesome, guys. She is flying in on Sunday from work to get to Super Sunday or Super Saturday. That is awesome. So everybody else, 9:30 for you ramp people, and we'll talk to you guys all soon. Bye-bye. Have a great night.